Issues and problems go side by side with life, and human beings try their level best to solve these issues in order to live a smooth life. In this process of rectification of problems, the intelligentsia of the society and educational institutions play a key role by discussing and analyzing the problems. Quaid-e-Azam University, Islamabad, in collaboration with the Higher Education Commission, organized a 3-day international conference with the title The Emerging Issues of Social Sciences in Pakistan. The conference was attended by local dignitaries and scholars from throughout the world. The conference provided an excellent opportunity to the scholars to discuss problems faced by our country. The research conducted by local and foreign scholars was highlighted, hence building linkages between the local and foreign scholars.
There is no way that the government can match the services needed by an ever-increasing population. So I think that this is it's an incredible opportunity to invite, instead of me, my colleagues who need to learn more about population and reproductive health, who need to learn more about demographics, who actually can, as an opinion leader in their constituency, change people's minds and attitudes towards reproductive health and family planning. They can act as a monitoring body in their own right, in their constituencies, to make sure that this unmet need for contraceptive commodities is closed. So there's many opportunities that elected representatives can afford. I think that we just need to have a better dialogue with them instead of accusing them of not achieving the sun, moon, and stars in X amount of time. Talk to them about what they can do, and I'm pretty sure that they will be receptive to your suggestions.
We'll start. Our first speaker would be Noreen Nasir from the University of Peshawar.
Under WTO policies, patronage are the major threat to Pakistan local pharmaceutical manufacturers. High quality medicine with low pricing from abroad and capturing the Pakistan market and displacing, it's in fact displacing the local product. Along with the competition from the multinational, Pakistan pharmaceutical are also facing an issue of patent rights under a TRIPS agreement, and it is already under a special 301 watch list since 1989 for its prevalent piracy. The manufacturing sector of Pakistan, automobile, engineering, and vendor industry are wary of TRIPS and trade-related investment measures. Pakistan will have to abolish concessionary import duty on tools and parts used by the engineering industry, which will again result in increasing prices of locally made automobile. Besides that, the small and the medium manufacturing sector in Pakistan is also threatened by the WTO policy. The people related to cottage industry are of the view that Pakistan is too complacent and signed almost all the agreement of WTO, while India, sitting in the green room, is dictating her terms and protecting her industries. Most of the small enterprises such as cutlery, ceramics, dairy, electric fans, leather products, surgical equipment, and wooden furnitures are not even aware of the WTO policy. Similarly, there is a social clause as well. As I'm being told that my time is over, so I'll just wind it up. There is a social clause, and that social clause is on the environmental and issues related to child labor and environmental issues. And we can see that Pakistan is very much pressed hard by the environmental issue, that we are in some cases polluting the environment, and in some industries we are using child labor. And on the pretext of environment degradation and on the pretext of child labor, Pakistan, many of the goods can be banned from the open market or from the, we can say, world markets. I must say that before we embark upon the WTO policies, it is very important for Pakistan to adjust her economy, her industry, her agriculture, address some of the social and other needs to become a full-fledged partner and become a full-fledged member of the WTO. And besides that, we can strengthen our regional partners rather than embarking in an ocean of competitive market and going towards such kind of a organization where we won't be able to survive or protect our industry and agriculture.
Pakistan should strengthen the liberalization policies and exporters should be given incentives. The domestic change is the key to reap the fruits of trade liberalization as well as competitiveness. Domestic environment is the key to reap the fruits of the trade liberalization. So if we look at the Pakistan scenario, we don't have that good domestic environment. Even we don't have now the production also. If the energy crisis is going on, who will produce? And where we talk about the competitiveness? That most of the trade openness measures which Pakistan has been taken, these are by the pressure of IMF and World Bank, financial institutions. Pakistan did not brought these measures due to GATT or WTO mainly. So how the Pakistan can get in the true sense the reaps of fruits of the WTO, which also include access to the market.
Economic policies must harmonize with the correct operational strategies in order to create the desired result. Economic issues cannot bypass prevailing ethos and psychosocial reality of the society. And this is what we are in the Millennium Development Goals and other programs, we are very far from the desired results, not only in Pakistan, but only in many developing countries. One of the reasons is that maybe that psychosocial reality has not been taken into consideration in that way before that program was conceived or developed. Or the participation of the people was not that much participatory as it should be fairly on the basis of equality. Social marketing is a discipline which is in the greater context of marketing. Social marketing, the difference between social marketing and marketing is in social marketing, we are not looking just to promote a need of individual. We are trying to identify the problem of the society. And that problem of a social problem is not an individual problem. How that can be solved through social action, through a community efforts, through a group efforts rather than individual efforts or structural programs. This may give a better results once we bring the social forces in the right direction. So before the program is conceived, a development program, we must go for an involvement of the society. A little advancement in the paradigm shift, psychology, sociology, psychology particularly, kept many of the researches in the narrow paradigm of positivism. And then social construction is because our attitudes, our ideas, our emotions, our thoughts are socially constructed, right? And how our attitudes are mostly socially. And this is one of the problems with the Pakistani society, what I have found in the research is that most of the time people are more in the dependency syndrome. And that dependency syndrome has been observed even in educated people, also in the grassroots level. So traditional approaches have discussed entrepreneurship from trait point of view or predispositions point of view, but these two things are socially constructed from my point of view, and that social construction takes place as a result of group interaction. So people find meaning in action and through interaction, and they derive knowledge. So whatever the knowledge from the people have, we acquired, is a byproduct of the community, and so people's actions are actually socially inherent.